Double chins and the pimples though. It's going right back to high school. Speaking of, hi guys and welcome to my how I did my makeup in high school challenge that Bunny Graveyard Girl tagged me in. Today we're gonna explore, first of all, through picture form, how my face looked in high school, and it was not that cute. First, let me show you my junior year. This is the first picture. I'd have like a bundle of pictures from high school, and this is my junior year on my winter formal. I look like I'm wearing grandma's beaded curtains. It's giving me like sausage body, and my hair's flat at the top and curly at the ends. Throughout high school, I had this problem of my hair being flat at the top and just poofy at the end, and it made no sense whatsoever. I did not believe in hairspray. That's why I wanted to do this video today, because my hair's like that right now. I didn't do anything to it. I literally ran, take a shower, and here I am. This is my natural hair in its natural habitat. It's not that pretty. I look like I went to the beach, but I haven't for months, literally. So I didn't have these back then, but we're just gonna deal. The next picture I'm gonna show you is kind of rough for me because I had a really dark year in high school, and it was my sophomore year of high school. I was super underweight and super anorexic. I would only eat 300 to 500 calories a day, really restrict myself, and I was beaten up every day by a guy. If you see my Draw My Life, I was beaten up every day by this guy because this one guy loved me and I didn't like him back, so he had his best friend beat me up every day. Long story short. But yes, I was severely anorexic, and it might not look like in this picture, but my arm's so little. And there's my little dog, and she's passed away sadly now. I still had the big chest and the very skinny arms and legs. And that hair though, it's slicked down and pulled behind my ears and puffy at the bottom. I don't know how that occurred in life, but it did, so I guess I should do this before I even start the makeup. Let's explore more pictures. Here again, I literally had no friends. Just my dog and me and my awkward skinny body. I think this was when I was about 118 pounds and I was 5'4.5". And I always this is Shane's favorite, again, me and my dog, I had no friends. It literally looks like I'm too tall and skinny for my pants. They're like capris. And I definitely have this muffin top that came about because I couldn't fit into my pants anymore because I lost so much weight. So I'd get one of those belts from Tilly's or something and strap it so hard across my waist that it gave me an actual muffin top. It was just terrible. But this was probably me at my skinniest and my most depressed. And then around junior and senior year, girl, I found that way again. I loved maroon tops, anything with lace. I looked like my mother dressed me. She probably did. And I wore puka shell necklaces. And this is me when I was really skinny with my brother. And I was not eating cake, just looking at it. And I was so excited about this cake. Look at me looking at this cake. I'm I haven't had sugar in forever because I don't eat food. I'm let me just lick the frosting. And this is me awkwardly by Christmas wreath I made for my grandma. And again, maroons and weird construction men boxy jackets. I wore very boxy things that didn't show my body because I hated my body so much because, again, I was anorexic. Here's me not knowing how to smile next to my brother. I was gaining some of my weight back and trying to get over my anorexia. And girl, this is me when I definitely found all of my weight with one of my friends on grad night. Oh, that muffin top is strong, and those pants look like I stole them from my dad after he worked a long day in construction. Girl, I love food. That's all I can say. I was fluffy. And here, my friends, is the jackpot. My senior photo that my parents paid hard-earned money on. I'm wearing that shell necklace again that looks like a star. And I'm wearing a weird brown grandma cardigan with teal. I don't know why I thought those two colors went together. But they represent the type of makeup I did in high school that we're going to recreate today. Where I had a brown smoky eye, brown liner, brown bronze eyeshadow. I had not lip gloss, but just too much chapstick on. And it probably was cake flavored because I loved cake that much. I had a strong relationship with cake. My eyebrows were straight, boyish-like. I did not pluck them whatsoever. And my eyes looked very sad with that much brown eyeliner, and I tried to smoke it out to a smoky eye, but I just looked depressed and like a poopy brown emo eye. So let's start this makeup. First, I did not know what primer was, didn't discover it, didn't know it, didn't even know what foundation was, but what I did know was CoverGirl Stick Concealer. So we're gonna put that on today. Some of them are very pink, some of them are very light, and none of them I feel match my skin tone, but what I literally did as foundation, concealer, and everything with no primer was I have some acne here, and I just went like this with my fingers, and that was my literal foundation routine. I kid you not. Let's get a mirror. Make sure the hair, you know, is slicked behind the ears and greased down with probably my face sweat. Anyways, I'm going to try to conceal, I don't know, where it's red, in areas that have blemishes. And like I said, I was really scared to make this video because in high school I had one of the most terrible experiences. It was one of the times I was most depressed because, like I said, I was beaten up every day. But you know what? Some people could take a lot from this video, so I thought, why not film it anyways. See, this is literally how I did my makeup. So unsanitary, but my hands are clean before I started this video. And when I was a wee high school kid, I was just wanting to disappear and I was really quiet and I just drew in back of class. But now I still draw, but it's on my face. Let's try to smear this in with our hands. I feel like I'm baking a cake with my literal fingers and no utensils. Ooh, this takes me back. I'm already feeling the hunger for food and depression. I would swim like 8 laps a day in PE and not eat anything but 300 to 500 calories, and like that would include like 2 granola bars and some bites of dinner. But we've got some coverage. That's literally all I did. How did I survive? So for powder, I used these puffs from the drugstore with drugstore, you know, powder. And I literally just went like this, and that was like me setting my foundation concealer. I couldn't find the blush I usually use because I would literally use eyeshadows and blushes that were samples from like Lancome that my grandma got as like a free trial with her fancy perfume. So I also used some cream sticks from the drugstore at that time, so I'm going to do that today too. It's a lot of fingers with this makeup tutorial. And I didn't use any brow product, but my brows were a lot different than they are now. These brows I have are like manicured, and I like tweeze them to this shape. So my brows weren't tweezed here, so I'm just gonna fill it in to look like how it was when I was at that age. Looking at pictures, oh my gosh, so it was like this, just straight across. And I'm gonna do it to the other brow. There's no eyeshadow primer involved whatsoever. And I used, like I said, those little like Lancome Clinique like trial tester. And I couldn't find any, so I'm just gonna get a drugstore quad. I have this L'Oreal one. I always use colors like this, just browns, bronzes. So that's what I'm gonna use today. Perfect, a drugstore brush. And I literally just got brown and went like this. Oh, so fancy. So beautiful. It probably literally looks like I took chocolate chips and smeared them on my eyes. That's the look it seems like I was going for. I don't know why I thought this would make me less depressed when I was in high school, because it's making me feel really sad right now. Not really sad now, it's just like so crazy to think about the stuff you experienced in high school, and I didn't like it whatsoever. We're gonna put a little bit of this darker brown like right here, because I try to smoke things out and look sexy as much as a high schooler could look. I'm taking some lighter shadow. I knew how to do this, and that was it. I didn't highlight that or anything, but I knew how to do this, like highlight there. And in high school I had brown eyeliner, and I would go like this. And I would make it go downwards instead of a cat eye, which makes my eyes look even more sad than the tragic events I was going through. I either looked like I dressed like a construction worker, or like my mom or my dad dressed me. Like, I had, even my bedroom looked like an old woman's bedroom. I had like cream walls that looked like literal brown paper bags, and like all of my curtains looked like they came from my grandma's closet. I wanted my room to look like an old woman cottage, and I still even act like that today. I'll still dress like an old woman in floral muumuus. I do not care in dresses. This is probably the same eyeliner I used in high school. It's just brown, wet and wild. And then I made it look like someone punched me in the eye with the cocoa powder. I need to make it look more sad and drawn out here, there. Now, I didn't use lipstick whatsoever. I used chapstick, and most of my chapsticks tasted like cake, but I don't have any right now. So I'm just gonna use like a stick chapstick I have. And I just put so much that you want your look like you just like kissed a boy who ate a Krispy Kreme donut. You want it to look like you just licked a stick of butter and you couldn't get a prom date, so you just made out with a stick of butter, which I'm not surprised I didn't. I think I literally went to winter formal and prom with friends, because who would want to date this, you know? I remember in high school I liked this boy and I thought his name was so sexy. His name was Wisdom and I had the biggest crush on him and I told him about it. I had one of my friends tell him, who was a friend of his, and then what happened after he said he didn't like me, he was like in a My Chemical Romance music video and that was like the biggest thing that ever happened to our school, and he got like all the ladies. I just thought he was so cool. He was like in a war reenactment club. I just thought that was so cool and fancy, and of course, all the women took my man. I was really into My Chemical Romance at the time when I was in high school, like Dashboard Confessional. I was that type of girl who drew her back in class and just listened to that music. But this is my how I did my makeup in high school challenge. I look very young. I already look semi-young, but this makes me look like a child who does not know what she's doing, like she's slightly emo but used the wrong colors. I love how my sweater looks like I took it off of my grandma's coffee table. Like it was her placemat for her food, and I'm like, I'm gonna wear it instead. So that was my how I did my makeup in high school video. I hope you guys liked it. I'm so sorry if some of it was a little depressing, but I want to be honest with you guys. And yes, I had a depressing period in my life, so I hope you guys had a better high school experience than I do. Leave me a comment below on what was your favorite thing about high school and your least favorite thing. And if you haven't been to high school yet, what are you looking forward to and what are you scared of? I love to hear your comments. I tag my friend Joan here on YouTube and my friend Carol. I'll put their YouTube links down below. I would love to see how they did their makeup in high school. I think it's so funny. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye!